I'm the Section Chief of EMS Training for the San Francisco Fire Department. To the Fire Commissioners, department members, and families joining us virtually, thank you for watching. And now, please join me in welcoming the San Francisco Fire Department Hybrid Class Number 2. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Uniformed personnel prepare to present arms.
Academy, present arms! I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Academy, order, arms!
All right, thank you. Please be seated.
Academy, seats!
I would like to introduce our command staff and honored guests. Chief of Department, Janine Nicholson. Deputy Chief of Administration, Tom O'Connor. Assistant Deputy Chief of Training, Shane Kailoa. Assistant Deputy Chief of EMS, Sandy Tong. And Section Chief of EMS Operations, Niels Tangerlini. I would also like to acknowledge the training staff for their hard work and dedication. The Academy directors, one of them is right there behind the camera, Captain Ben Sosin. And over here we have EMS Captain Chris Bond. We also have a whole cadre of EMS lieutenants and captains right behind you over there. All right, at this time I would like to present Chief of Department, Janine Nicholson. Just watch that.
All right, I won't trip on that, I promise. Greetings and salutations, everyone. Oh, this is the oath. I don't need the oath, do I?
Not yet.
All right, we'll hold off on the oath just for now. So, beautiful day, everyone. I'm certainly excited to be here. And I just really want to congratulate and commend all of our graduates, our level 1 and level 2 EMTs and paramedics. Welcome, strong work thus far. And I also just want to take a moment to acknowledge all of your friends and family that have supported you throughout this process. So thank you very much. Let's give them a round of applause. And again, as Chief Treff stated, a big thank you to the EMS cadre. You all have been working not double time, but triple time with just class after class. And, and this is another excellent class. So thank you for all your efforts and much appreciated. We are in a time of expansion in the fire department in our EMS division more than ever before. And so we are excited, and I'm certainly excited to have these folks on board, have you all on board, so welcome. And just so you all know, you have made it here today, and you're getting pinned today with a badge of the San Francisco Fire Department, and that is a big deal. It's a big, big deal, something you should be very, very proud of. And because it's a big deal, it also comes with great responsibility, okay? And I know that you have been mentored and taught throughout the last weeks during your academy and during your ride-outs to do things how we do it here in the San Francisco Fire Department. We lead with compassion, we lead with kindness, and we are good at what we do with our skills, and that's what I expect from you to do, to keep putting one foot in front of the other. If we don't know the answer, we find it. If we don't know the answer, we ask somebody who has maybe a little bit of different experience than we do. You know, whether it's with a certain client, a certain patient, or in a certain part of town. We are here to help each other and to work as a team. And that's what I expect from all of you. And so because you are part of the fabric of this department, once you get that badge, you're one of us. And you all are looking very sharp, by the way, in your uniform. So strong work there too. But you know, I expect all of you to take ownership of your positions and of this department. Many of us aren't going to be here forever. You know I look very young, but I am. I've been in the department over 28 years. And I'm really excited that we have young people like you to hand stuff over to. And that's what we're doing here. So you are part of the fabric of this department, so own it. Own it and just do the next right thing. What kind of paramedic and what kind of EMT do you want to be? Think about that. Think about it. You always want to do the right thing. You have a heart of service. That's what we all have in this department. Every single person over here, and every single person in the back there and over here has given their heart to this department. And not just to the department, but to who we work for. Sure, you work for the operations chief, Chief Tangerlini, and he works for Chief Sandy Tong, and Chief Sandy Tong works for, and so on and so forth, and they all work for me. But you work for the people in this city, whether they live here or work here or are visiting here. That's who you work for. And that's who you need to remember when you're out there doing your job. Okay? That's why you're here, to help those that are having a hard day. And sometimes we have hard days, right? We see stuff that most everybody else in this city, in this state, do not see. We see some really challenging stuff. And so my expectation is also for each of you to take care of yourselves and each other and reach out for help when you need it. This is a physically, psychologically, emotionally challenging job. So use whatever it is you need to use to take care of yourselves. Because after a while, after we see all these things, our cup can get full. And we don't want that cup to overflow. We want to be able to pour that cup out somewhere, and whether that's, your church, your spirituality, working out, your family, your friends, whatever it may be, take care of yourselves and one another, because this is a job of service and we have to be there. We have to be there and be at our best for the people that we're helping. Many of them are having their worst day, if not one of their worst days. And so I'm expecting you all to step up. And that's why you're here today. That's why you're getting pinned today. Because you have made it thus far. You have proven yourselves to the cadre and to the people that you rode along with. And now it's time to prove yourself to everybody else, including not them, but stand by to stand by. I don't want to yell over anybody. So again, you work for the people. Whoever it is that you're pulling up on that day, that's who you work for. And they might not be very nice to you. You know, many of us have seen that. They may not be very nice to you. And you still have to retain your composure, and it's okay to set limits and set boundaries with people. But ultimately, we are there to get this person the help that they need, wherever that may be. So, I know all of you can serve with dignity and compassion. I know all of you are going to bring a strong work ethic, and that's exactly what we need from each and every one of you. From each and every one of you. You know, this is not just a profession. It's not just a job. It is, this is a part of your life now. And the San Francisco Fire Department is also a family. And so we look out for one another and we take care of each other. This has been a calling for me for years. That's what I feel like it is for me. So take pride in what you do. Your actions really they define who you are. Your actions do. So do the next right thing when you walk out that door. And, you know, ultimately, again, it is up to you. What kind of paramedic or EMT do you want to be? So enough of that, and congratulations to all of you. And I'm really excited to pin each and every one of you. And I know some of my staff is even more excited to see you out on the streets doing the work. So congratulations to you. Congratulations to your family. And thank you to everyone who may be joining us virtually today, our fire commission, our fire commissioners, and everyone else who has supported us. It's a busy traffic day here. All right. So congratulations. And go out there and do the next right thing. That's what I ask of you. All right.
Thank you, Chief. All right. Welcome, command staff and honored guests. Family and friends, I want to take this moment to acknowledge you. Your support of the loved ones here was instrumental in their success. They spent 8 weeks completing training in countless subjects such as airway management, department rules and regulations, emergency vehicle operations, multi-casualty incidents, emergency childbirth, and active shooter response, just to name a few. These 15 members are a unique blend of both EMTs and paramedics, and they successfully completed 27 written and manipulative exams and 3 weeks of field evaluations on our ambulances. And it wasn't a simple 40 hours a week for those 8 weeks. They came in early, they stayed late almost every day. They attended study hall sessions on weekends and in between their field evaluation rides. Their dedication to succeed, though, is evident as they sit before us, and we thank you for supporting them during their absence from home for all that time. These members were strangers prior to May 2nd, and now they have a bond that they'll have throughout their careers. This class total has over 90 years of EMS experience, amongst many with associate's degrees and bachelor's degrees. Many recruits speak a second language, such as Spanish, Cantonese, and Vietnamese. Aside from their previous experience in EMS, they also have backgrounds in sports management, kinesiology, retail, finance, and restoring classic cars. So class, you're about to embark on the next chapter of your journey as you join the ranks at Station 49. As Chief Nicholson mentioned, continue to support one another just as you did in this academy for the last 8 weeks. Be there for one another, help each other out, support one another when your shifts are long, or as Chief Nicholson mentioned, when you have those calls that you just can't shake, okay? Lean on one another, but know that your new work family extends beyond just your fellow classmates. You're joining a big department, and we treat each other like family. We take care of each other like family, and we show each other the same compassion that we show our patients. So just remember, you have a huge family network now, okay? Today, when you're getting pinned by Chief Nicholson, remember that feeling as she pins that badge on you, okay? It's the best job in the world, and you made it. And welcome to the department family. Thank you. Now I would like to introduce the class speaker, Gaston Lau.
Good morning, everyone. It's an honor to be up here, and I just want to first express our gratitude. So thank you, Chief Nicholson. Thank you, Chief Prestel, Chief O'Connor, Chief Carloa, Chief Tong, Chief Tangerlini, Chief Treff. Thank you to our academy directors, Captain Bond, Captain Sosin, and our officers and training staff back there. And thank you to our beautiful families and friends who could join us today and virtually. As you may know, this was only the second hybrid class of EMTs and paramedics. And as such, there were some challenges. There was a lot of pressure thrown at us at all times, and we were held to the highest standards and expectations because only the best of the best get to work in this city. Some of our most intense experiences came on Fridays, affectionately called Fight Club. These were our day-long testing days when we were held accountable for hundreds of pages of protocols and policies and at least a dozen different skills. This is when we would accumulate deficiencies. Many of us were often too nervous to even eat. Captain Sosin called it a test of will. And after the first week, I'm proud to say most of us didn't get a single deficiency for the rest of the academy. It was those moments when we were most stressed and pushed the hardest that we were able to come together. That's the character of hybrid class 2. That when times were tough, that's when we were at our best. There's no shortage of grit in this academy. To get here, we fought through hard physical training, some of us through injuries, while others bravely suffered in silence. Some of us came into this without any prior 911 experience. That's a steep learning curve, and they were held to the same standard as everyone else. We recognize your dedication. Those of us with more field experience, thank you for your generosity and always being willing to share your knowledge with others. To our medics, thank you for your leadership and persistence. We know it wasn't ever easy. To our class leaders who shouldered a lot of pressure and were committed to bringing us together, I feel so inspired by all of you for your determination and your resilience. We are here today because the Chiefs once took a chance upon us and gave us the opportunity to prove that we could make it. Thank you to the training staff. Thank you to the Chiefs. Thank you to the training staff for working tirelessly even on the weekends to make sure we were absolutely ready to serve the people of San Francisco and its visitors. And thank you so much to the family and friends who supported each of us. We love you. You're the reason we all made it through to today. And we couldn't have done it without your unconditional support. You're the community we've worked so hard to get ready to serve. In just a couple days, some of us will be out there in the field. So we want to make a commitment to all of you that we will always have integrity, to heed the Chief's call, that we will always treat others with respect and dignity, and above all, with compassion. We look forward to making you proud out there. Thank you and congratulations, Hybrid H3 Class 2.
Thank you, Gaston. All right, Chief Nicholson will now administer the Oath of Allegiance.
Academy, rise.
Hybrid class number 2, please raise your right hand. I,
Jorge Garcia Lozano.
Danetta Kearney Ferguson.
Gaston Lau.
Brian Lucas, Christian Navarro,
Bill DeWitt. Ismael Orozco.
Elton Rangel,
Ryan Roberts.
Ryan Smith.
Michael Taylor.
Gabriel Torres. David Van Osdale. Fidel Villalobos. Justin Vogel.
Do solemnly swear
Do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully discharge
and that I will well and faithfully discharge
the duties upon which I am about to enter.
the duties upon which I am about to enter.
You may be seated.
Academy. Seats.
Thank you, Chief. All right, Chief will now present badges to the recruits. EMS Lieutenant Shannon Stabile will read the class names.
Academy. Rise. Academy. Left. Face.
Jorge Garcia Lozano. Danetta Kearney Ferguson. Gaston Lau. Brian Lucas. Christian Navarro. Bill Nguyen. Ismael Orozco. Elton Rangel. Ryan Roberts. Ryan Smith. Michael Taylor. Gabriel Torres. David Van Osdell. Yes, you do. Fidel Villalobos. And last but not least, Justin Vogel.
Rocking it. All right. Absolutely. Of course you can.
Wait till they sit. Okay, are they going to sit now? Please be seated.
Academy. Seats.
So just a few more things. I really want to also express thanks and great respect for our Chief of EMS, Chief Sandy Tong. As well as our Operations Chief, Niels Tangerlini, and our Training Chief, Jennifer Treff. They've been working triple time for everyone. I also want to give a shout out to our captain from our Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Office, Hashim Anderson, who is back here. Thank you very much, Hashim. That is very important to me. Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, and to the San Francisco Fire Department. So thank you, Hashim, for all your work. Captain Anderson, sorry. For all your work. And congratulations to the newest members of the San Francisco Fire Department.
Thanks, Chief. Thank you, Chief Nicholson. All right, a few quick announcements before we adjourn. Thank you for attending our graduation ceremony. There will be a reception to follow as soon as we're done, right over there in front of 605. And a special thank you to the San Francisco Fire Credit Union for catering the reception. All right, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the newest members of the San Francisco Fire Department.